Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you
Dave the Pickup Artist. Hello, vinyl community. Hope everyone is well and having a great weekend. We had a wacky week of pickups this week, so let's get started. First up, we've got a German reissue of
Patty Liver.
Pick Out the Jams by the MC5. This is 180 gram vinyl. I left the shrink on it because of the hype sticker, but we're going to take that shrink off and get a look. This has a inner sleeve, and I'm not sure the original copies had inner sleeves, but carefully take the shrink off and we're going to look at the inner sleeve. Oh my God, it's Jimmy Hoffa. No, it's the band.
Patty Liver.
Very cool. Looking forward to going through the liner notes. Now, two things I already learned that Fred Sonic Smith played a Moss right. He was probably a Ventures fan when he was younger. And also the last track, Starship, they credit Sun Ra. So I don't know if they knew Sun Ra, but they may have been listening to Sun Ra. I think that's interesting that a band like this would be listening to Sun Ra, but yeah, fantastic album. It sounds great. Recorded at the live tracks are recorded at the what's it, Avalon Ballroom?
12-inch penis.
Avalon Ballroom. It was the Fillmore of the Great Lakes area. But another thing I like about these Elektra releases, I've gotten a couple of these lately, and they come with the album and the nice nice sleeves that everybody loves. But they also include the I guess this is the original
Patty Liver.
inner sleeve that came with it. So I think that's very cool. Yeah, glad to have that finally in my collection. I hit I hit Yesterday and Today Records the other day. Briefly, I went in, first I picked up an album from the $2 bin, and that is Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare. This is a whole fill. I now have all the 70s. The only one I don't have is the first one. I need the first one. Pretty's For You is the one I'm really looking forward to. That's my favorite too, I think. But yeah, we got a photo of Alice, the lyrics. At this point,
Patty Liver.
Alice was starting to write some ballads, and one of them was, a few of them were hits. Let's see, side 2 is kind of strange. It goes into like a rock opera type thing with this guy named Steven, this kid named Steven. Kind of weird. Cold Ethel's a great song. And of course we've got a special guest, Vincent Price.
Penis.
Narrating Black Widow. So Michael Jackson wasn't the only one to use.
She was 12, I was 30.
I love Vincent Price.
Coronavirus!
So yeah, $2. It sounds great. Great copy. I just need Pretties for You. That's the next one I got. I found this. I've been looking for this album for a while. Jack Bruce, Songs for a Tailor.
That's black. Anyway.
This is my point with these.
I believe. Yes, this is Jack Bruce's first solo album, 1979. Jack Bruce, the multi-instrumentalist, plays just about every instrument on here. He does have help from a few of the members of the band Coliseum. We've got John Heisman, the drummer for Coliseum, plays on here, as does the sax player from Coliseum. Felix Pappalardi also plays on here. But 3 songs of note. His song Theme from an Imaginary Western was made famous by Mountain, who covered it. Plus, he does 2 songs on here that were originally recorded with Cream, but were rejected by the label because, according to the label, they were too psychedelic. I don't think that was the case. Listening to them, I just don't think they were up to par. But the songs are Weird of Hermiston and The Clear Out. And he recorded those songs with Cream, but the only place you could find them is on the box set. At the end of side 2, there are rarities, and you can find the Cream version of The Clear Out and Word of Hammerstein on here. But Jack Bruce's version of those songs is a lot different. We've got a full band, including horns, on some of this. I don't know how to describe it genre-wise. It's kind of like Americana almost, with some couple songs he breaks out the bass but yeah, it's a great album. I wanted this for a while. It's a little scratchy, so I am always looking to upgrade this album, but I'm glad I found it. Oh man, this next one is really out there. I been wanting this one for a while, but I could never find it for under $50. But I was perusing eBay, and I saw it for auction, and the opening bid was $15. I bid $15 for it, and I got it. We've got The Search Party. This is religious psych folk. Not a lot of information on this band, but what we do know is the Reverend, this guy right here, went from Wisconsin to San Francisco to start a Bible study group. And he wanted to do some musical things with the study group. And one of the students said, well, you know, we ought to go to this place called the Fillmore. and check out the music there. So the Reverend was all for it. They went to the Fillmore, and sure enough, the bands playing that night were Cream, Quicksilver Messenger Service, and Janis Joplin. How about that? Probably they never heard of those acts, but after that night, the Reverend said, well, yeah, instead of doing, he wanted to do like, he was kind of a square, he wanted to do like classical rock and stuff like that, or not classical, but classical rock, but classical type music, Beethoven. But his mind was blown at the Fillmore, and he said, well, let's break out the guitars. This has fuzz guitar, but it has a lot of farfisa organ. If you like stuff that Richard Wright did in Pink Floyd on the first 3 Pink Floyd albums, you'll like this. But yeah, this is incredible. Now, there were 600 copies of this originally pressed. And the way it worked is, according to this little bit of literature, is you send the Reverend or one of the students $5 and they send you the album. Now, if you were lucky enough to get an original copy of this, they go for like a lot of money on eBay and Discogs. But yeah, this is a great album. It's kind of out there though. I don't think everybody will like it, but if you like psychedelic weirdness, you'll like this. The lyrics are kind of like downer lyrics. They're like depressing lyrics, which kind of gives it a kind of a doom and gloom type feel. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. It's an unusual album. And yeah, side 1 is kind of you got the organ, you got a folk thing, but side 2 they break out the fuzz guitars, and side 2 is where you want to go to hear the fuzz, and side 1 has got the Rick Wright sounding farfisa organ and folk weirdness. But yeah, this is very cool.
Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man.
Yeah, so that was this week's pickups, and I hope you have a great weekend. Take care.